So this morning's programme will start with the 400 IM. We'll start with the boys first. Girls have the opportunity thereafter. We then move on to the 200 metre freestyle for the boys and girls, the 100 metre butterfly, and 50 metre freestyle will conclude the morning's events. We are due to finish at around 10:15 this morning. The warm-up for session 4 will commence at 10:45, as we are due to finish here at the venue no later than 2 o'clock this afternoon. So good morning and welcome to everybody on live stream, etc. I'll just introduce you to our senior officials. Our referees this morning are Elizabeth Fitzsimmons and Eileen Brown. Our starters are Ed McCarty and Sheena Curry. Just like to say thank you to all our volunteers and officials this morning, without whom this morning's session could not run. Anybody who's ever interested in helping in any capacity with the running of the meet can So as I was saying there, anybody who is ever interested in volunteering in any capacity, we're always looking for people to assist us with the running of meets, whether it be from the spectator entry desk to technical officials on poolside. There is always the opportunity to sign up before the meet. If you go to the sign up genie on the West District meet information page. I'm sure you'll appreciate that without our volunteers, the swimmers wouldn't be swimming. So perhaps you could consider that in the future for us, please. So we will just get started in a moment with event 301. I should introduce myself. I'm Jackie Smith, and joining me today is Wendy Kirk. Robert Taylor may also drop in to assist us. I think he's going to be engaged elsewhere, but you may hear Robert joining us, particularly in the early stages of the session. Swimmers, you are asked to be at the marshalling area at least 10 minutes before your heat. There are no reserves in the programme this morning, but it does help us with the organisation and ensuring that we do keep on time. If you can all be at the marshalling area on time, please. Thank you. Okay. So we're just getting ourselves sorted down on poolside, I think. As I said, you can see our officials have all joined us. The swimmers are in the marshalling area for the first heat, which is the 400 IM. So the boys and then the girls. There's 2 heats for each. So yesterday saw some very exciting swimming with the seniors. I'm looking forward to similar swimming this morning. Many of our juniors don't often get the chance to swim a long course. And it'll be interesting to see just how the races go. Robert was getting very excited with some of the races yesterday. Some very, very close finishes. It did indeed all come down to fingertip touch at the very end. So just a few minutes and we'll get ourselves underway this morning.
Okay, just as we are getting organised with the boys coming up, we've got 7 of these swimmers. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So heat 1 is in the water, and in lane 2, Max Corcoran, South Ayrshire. 3, Ryan Crabby, Ren 96. 4, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. 5, Clark Malkin Gill, Inverclyde. Empty lane 6. 7, Luke Todd, Grangemouth.
Okay, so this is the 400 boys, as Jackie just said there. We've got 2 heats, this being the first one. And I'm sure 400 IM as a long distance, this will be a lot of the boys and girls' first time at doing this at the junior end. So glad to see that we've at least got 2 heats in both girls and boys. So just coming up for the second 50, we have in lane 5, Clark Mackingill, and lane 4, Andrew Patterson, managing to pace one another as they come down. Just finishing their first 100 fly. And just turning there, I think Andrew's just touching. No, sorry, it was Clark Mackingill just touching there first. No, I'm, gosh, 1/100th of a second between the two boys. And Andrew Patterson keeping up on the back stroke as well. And my daughter says when you're doing anything in an IM structure, the fly is hard. Then you start dying because it's even harder in the back. And then she's not a breaststroker, so breaststroke gets even harder. And then you just try and finish it on the free. So doing a 400 is even more challenging for these boys. So just touching there, Andrew's taken the touch over Clark Mackingill. Looking at the back with the rotation. Most people call this the backstroke, but some people would call this the rotation stroke. And just Andrew getting a little bit more of a lead there over Clark Mackingill in lane 5. And just behind we've got 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Very much of no muchness there. With both of the boys from, I think it's Luke Todd in lane 7 and Mac Cochran in lane 2. Both just neck to neck there. And onto the breaststroke, that's Andrew and Clark, both pushing off, with Clark just getting a little bit more of an edge on Andrew, just as he's pushing forward. So breaststroke often defines the IM, and whoever's got a stronger breaststroke will generally start to come forward. As we can see actually in lane 3, Ryan Crabby there is just taking a little bit more of an edge, and also in lane 7, Luke Todd has pushed ahead against Max Cochran in lane 2. So Andrew managing to, Clark Mackingill managing, I think, just to touch first, but these boys are really enjoying good pacing with one another. I think sometimes in the longer events, it's who you are paced against that will make your time or break it. So I'm sure both of those boys are very pleased to have each other racing one another. Been nothing in it, so just coming into the last 25 of their breaststroke leg, and then we go on to the 100 free. Now in terms of age-wise, we have Clark Mackingill's a 14 age group, and Andrew is one of our 13-year-olds here, so a little bit of an age difference between Clark Mackingill there. Just touching with a 4:30 onto his freestyle as 100. And seems to be pushing a little bit further ahead than Andrew. And then coming up for the third, we have Ryan Krabby just finishing his breaststroke leg and onto the freestyle. Looks like Max has caught back up there with Luke Todd as they both come in for their last 5 meters in their breaststroke leg and be delighted to get onto the freestyle. Here we go, Luke. Onto the freestyle, only 2 lengths to go. And Max Cochran just swapping over there to the freestyle as well. Meanwhile, in the centre of the lane, we have Andrew managing to hold that slight lead. Sorry, Clark Mackingill holding that slight lead over Andrew Patterson. Clark Mackingill from Inverclyde and Andrew Patterson from City of Glasgow. But this is going to be Clark's Mackingill's race with a brilliantly fought race with Andrew. Congratulations, boys. And both those times are coming in with a really good PB. Their entry time here was 6:04 and 6:02. And both of them, that's Clark Mackingill coming in with a 5:47 and Andrew Patterson a 5:48, so very good PBs there. And coming in for third, we have Ryan Krabby, just touching there with a 6:12 on as third place. And with both the boys here, we have Luke that has managing to come in here for fourth. Just touching there, well done, Luke. And that was Luke from Grangemouth. And over the other side of the pool, we have Max Cochran from South Ayrshire, touching in there with a 6:44. So just getting those confirmed, that was Clark Mackingill for first, 5:47, Andrew Patterson second, 5:48, and Ryan Krabby for third, 6:12.95. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're on to the second heat. We have in lane 0, Murray Johnston from Wren 96. Lane 1, Callan Forsyth for South Ayrshire. No swimmer in lane 2. Finlay Bennett in lane 3 from Rutherglen. No swimmer in lane 4 or 5. And lane 6, Ewan Nelson, Cumbernauld. Lane 7, Kenneth Trailer, East Kilbride. Lane 8, Cole Murphy from City of Glasgow. And lane 9, Lewis Bray from Inverclyde. Over to you, Jackie.
Thank you, Wendy. So as Wendy says, this is heat 2. Ewan Nielsen turning first there after the first 50 metres of the butterfly. In the distinctive yellow cap of Cumbernauld. He has the advantage over the field at the moment. I think there's 3 boys sort of in second place. Possibly Cole Murphy has just got the advantage into second at the moment, ahead of the East Kilbride boy Kenneth Trainer in lane 7. And the boys will be glad to come up to the turn here. Move into the backstroke. As Wendy said earlier, it's a pretty tiring start to a race. 100 metres of butterfly. But there we go, Ewan Nielsen leading the field, 1:14.25. Kenneth Trainer got second there, 1:16.26, and Cole Murphy 1:16.48 after the first 100. But Cole Murphy is moving now and looks like he's getting well and truly in touch with our leader, Ewan Nielsen. And we'll see. I think they're both boys are going to come into the turn there together after the first 50 metres of their backstroke. Ewan's just got the advantage over Cole Murphy there. So both of these boys are 14 years of age. We have two 13-year-olds, Murray Johnson and Lewis Bray. And by the outside lanes, 0 and 9. Now we will find our 13-year-olds. But it is still, as we come down to the final 20 metres of the backstroke, it's still the Cumbernauld boy, Ewan Nielsen. But Cole Murphy has well and truly got himself, in fact, a good swim there with his backstroke. Cole Murphy's got himself into first place. He's going to turn ahead of Ewan Nielsen, 2:40.25. 2-second advantage over Ewan. And in behind them is Finlay Bennett in lane 3. Time of 2:45 for Finlay. Finlay from Rutherglen. His entry time this morning, 5:33.80. Many of these times for these, the entry times for the all swimmers this morning will be short course conversion times. So this being the first opportunity they'll have to swim at this event at long course. But Ewan Nielsen, the yellow cap of Cumbernauld, showing his strength in the breaststroke here as he's regained the advantage over Cole Murphy. Cole still in second place. Sorry, I beg your pardon, misreading the screen there. In fact, Cole is now in third. Finlay Bennett has got himself up into second, and we can see him really beginning to gain ground now on Ewan Nielsen. Yeah. And indeed now has the advantage. So it's Finlay Bennett, Ewan Nielsen, Cole Murphy are your 1, 2 and 3. Kenneth Trainer swimming well. He's in fourth at the moment. He could catch Cole Murphy. Depends what he's got for the final 100, but it's the Rutherglen swimmer Finlay Bennett who's going to turn first at the 300 metre mark, 4:18.85. Ewan Nielsen some 3 seconds behind him, but he'll be seen doing what he can to catch and regain his advantage over the field. Cole Murphy swimming well. I think it's a lot to do for Kenneth Trainer to catch him. But we'll wait and see as Finlay Bennett comes into the final turn and heads for home. 4:58 for him. Ewan Nielsen in second. And it is Cole Murphy who is still in third there. Kenneth Trainer turning just behind him, the East Kilbride boy. But I don't think that Finlay Bennett's going to be caught now. He's far too great a lead there. Swam really well in the second half of his race this morning. Took advantage of his stronger strokes, I think. And he's going to come in to finish his race this morning at a time of 5:34.71. In behind him, the Cumbernauld swimmer Ewan Nielsen, 5:41.98. And the City of Glasgow swimmer Cole Murphy, 5:45.78. Are your 1, 2 and 3 finishers. As the boys all come in to finish their 400 IM this morning. That concludes event 301 and is now the turn of the girls. Just wait for the official confirmation as the boys are asked to leave the pool. Just wait for the screen to clear and confirm the result of event 2. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Heat 2 of event 1. Screen has cleared, but we've got the start list, so not confirmation of the result. And we move.
Good morning, everyone. Heat 1 of the 2 for the girls now. In lanes 1 we've Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. 2 Alicia Thompson, also Cumbernauld. 3 Amy Dobson, Kingston. 4 Lochley from Stranraer Stingrays. 5 is Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. 6 Cara White, Ren 96. 7 Eva Service, Dumfries. And in 8 Sarah McGuffey from Kilmarnock. Sarah's the youngest one in this one. She's only 12 this year. All the girls' entry times are just over 6 minutes, 6:09 through to 6:35. So 2 lengths of each stroke, butterfly to kick off with, and back, breast and free. It's a nice strong start by Eva Service. Dumfries lasses fair bit clear of most of the field, going also pretty well over on the far side from where we are. In lane 1, Alex Shepherd from Cumbernauld. And Cara White also getting into the mix, Ren 96 from that. So about a 3 to 4 metre advantage after the first 100, 1:19.65. So this where the girls will recover after getting that first 100 under their belts. And Eva pushing on pretty well. Cara probably about 5 or 6 behind in second place. Alex Shepherd still in third place. So the advantage was just over 2 seconds. We'll see what that gap is now. Well, it's almost 6-second advantage, so Eva going really well on this backstroke section, opening up a pretty commanding lead. So there'll have to be something special on breaststroke from the rest of the field to try and claw this back. Breaststroke section with them all having 100 to do. Certainly make up 6, 8, 10 seconds perhaps if you've got a super breaststroke. We'll see how Eva goes on this one. So the halfway mark, 2:51.05. So she's over 8 seconds now ahead. So my apologies. I've got my lanes mixed up. It's Cara White. Girl, ladies here should have been keeping me right. But it's Cara White rather, who's well clear. On McCarty. Inverclyde in second place. 2 girls in 3 and 4 almost together. They've gone past Alex Shepherd. Cara White well clear now. Some 12, 13 seconds. Second place looks pretty comfortable as well for Honor McCarty, and a good contest for third and fourth, barely a second between Amy Dobson and Lochley. So Cara White coming down with around 10 of breast to go. So a very big gap that she's opened up now, 4:26.73. Hopefully get some preliminary round about the mid 5:40s. On our turns, some 13 seconds further back. Let's hope that both these girls can get well under the 6-minute mark. Amy and Erin still very close between the two. Alex Shepherd, Alicia Thompson, the two Cumbernauld girls have their own contest over on that far side. And Eva Service and Sarah McGuffey coming in to complete her breaststroke section. As our leader comes down, certainly going to be inside that 6 minute mark. Finish maybe around the 5:50ish mark. Orla McCarty probably going to be just a little bit over 6 minutes. All these times I'm pretty sure will be conversions from short course to long course, so don't read too much into the actual entry time. Our Cara White comes in, nice strong finish, 5:50.04. Orla McCarty will be a little bit over the 6 minute mark. Entry of 6:10 comes in at 6:04.70. Very close for third place. Erin's just going to get that ahead of Amy. 6:12.79, 6:13.05. Very much on their entry times. Cara roughly about 25 seconds inside that, and both girls from Cumbernauld almost touching together. Alicia 6:27.44, Alex 6:27.49, Eva Service 6:30.47, and we're just waiting for Sarah McGuffey to come in, and she'll finish off. Well done, Sarah. 6:51.64.
Okay, that was unfortunately a disqualification there for technical infraction in lane 4. Okay, on to the second and final heat there of this event. 3:02. We have in lane 0, Daisy Gilday from Glasgow, City of Glasgow. Lane 1, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Daisy McInnes, City of Glasgow. Lane 4, Evie Mackey, Lanark. No swimmer in lane 5. Lane 6, Lisa McNair in Grangemouth. Lane 7, Amber Hinton in Dumfries. No swimmer, lane 8. And lane 9 is Lucy Hunter. And mixtures of 13 and 14-year-olds throughout this heat. And as they just come into their final stretch of, or just coming up to the final 25 of their fly, we have in lane 4, Evie Mackey, demonstrating that she can still lead the way in a 400 IM with a good, strong 100 fly. And just behind her, we have in Glasgow City, we have Abigail Crawford. So that was a 110 for that 100 fly. And Abigail Crawford was 114. And in third was just beside her from Glasgow City was Daisy McInnes from in third place. So just to give you a benchmark in the heat 1 and heat 2, that was around 9 seconds faster in this heat. But Evie Mackey's definitely keeping that strong lead that she was able to build up in her fly. As she turns for her last 50 back. Yep, just turning there with a split there if anybody's interested, 42.62 on her 50 back. But it does look like she has, Abigail Crawford has caught up a little bit there. And has got a good strong second position on the back with Her colleague again from City of Glasgow. 3 City of Glasgow swimmers just at that top end of the pool. We've got Amy Rowell in lane 1, then Abigail Crawford and Daisy McInnes. And then over on the other side, we've lane 7, Amber Hinton, who is still going strong with Lisa McNair just in lane 6 beside her. But Evie Mackey going into the breaststroke. Well, now I know that Amber Hinton's got a stronger breaststroke, so she's going to be somebody to watch on the lane 7 here, White Hat. And indeed she is starting to creep up there in Abigail and closing a little bit on that lead. But she's moved herself into a stronger 3rd position. But there really is no catching Evie Mackey here, just demonstrating the strength in swimming that she's got throughout all her strokes. As she turns for her last 50 in the breaststroke. For anybody that was following Evie's 1500 and 200 and 400 in the freestyle, this is it's really good to see the depth in all strokes that she's got throughout as well. Really interesting swimmer to keep watching as she comes through all the events. So Abigail Crawford there in 2nd has started to push ahead. I think Amber Hinton there just falling back a little bit, and Abigail pushing forward, so has managed to use that top end of her breaststroke, and she's coming into her last 25 metres, but strengthening her lead for 2nd. Both Glasgow City girls there, Amy and Daisy, nothing much against, or nothing much between both of them and also Amber Hinton. So I think the fight here is going to be for 3rd place. That's Abigail just switching there. She was the only girl that did do a faster split time there with a 48.99. So just as I said, she's definitely started to pick up the pace as the girls move into their freestyle. Eva Mackey, she was entered in with a 5:21. So she's got a good time there to try and chase. But looking still very strong. With Abigail Crawford just turning now for her last 50 free. And Abigail Crawford was coming in at 5:50. So both well under the 6 minutes here in this heat. But as we see Eva Mackey just coming in to finish here with a very good 400 IM. Gosh, a 5:23. That is an excellent time there. I think Snags is around a 5:40, so well under, and that just shows you the time expectations there. With Abigail doing very well there with a 5:38. Both well under their entry times, and here comes for that 3rd, and I think it is going to be Amber. Yep, Amber just with that last sprint in the freestyle to Amy Rowell. So Amber Hinton coming in for 3rd is a 5:47. And then Amy Rowell, 5:49 with 4th place. But all excellent times there in that 400 IM. That's all of our swimmers just finishing up there. So we'll just get that confirmed for 1, 2, and 3. But I'm just taking some time to really look at that 5:23 from Evie Mackey. So just getting the results confirmed. Evie Mackey looks like a 5:23 for 1st place. 2nd place will be Abigail Crawford as a 5:38. And 3rd place, Amber Hinton, with unfortunately a disqualification for a technical infraction in lane 0. But that is your 1st and 2nd and 3rd place, Eva, Abigail and Amber for 1, 2 and 3. Thank you.
And we move on to event 303. This is the 200 metre freestyle. We're starting with the boys, and we have 5 heats for them this morning. So this is heat 1 in the water. Lane 1, Zachary Dormer from Falkirk Otter. 2, Rory McMillan, Stirling Swimming. 3, Blair McCarroll, South Ayrshire. Empty lane 4. 5, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. 6, Ollie Jeffords, Wren 96. And 7, Oliver McElwraith from Cumbernauld. And it's lane 3, Blair McCarroll. Turned first there. Very close behind him, 2/100ths of a second, Rory McMillan. And Ollie Jeffords from Wren 96 in third. The boys have 4 lengths of the pool to do. And Rory McMillan looks like he has the advantage over there in lane 2. Rory is a 13-year-old from Stirling Swimming. We have a couple of 3 12-year-olds, 3 13-year-olds in this race this morning. And it is going to be Rory McMillan at the halfway mark who will turn first. Blair McCarroll, I think, turning second. And Ollie Jeffords from Wren 96 in third. Oliver McElwraith is getting himself up alongside Ollie Jeffords, however, there at the turn. But it is Rory McMillan who continues to lead the field ahead of Blair McCarroll. So the entry times here range from 2:41 to 2:46 for these boys this morning. As I said earlier, they're likely to be short course conversion times for this age group, as Rory McMillan turns for the final time and heads for home. 1:56. He's got just a 2.5 second lead over Blair McCarroll there. Ollie Jeffords, a couple of seconds behind Blair McCarroll. But there's not much between Ollie and Oliver. They're in lanes 6 and 7. And in the middle, Samuel Ruff, lane 5. He's really got him motoring now. And he's got himself up alongside Ollie Jeffords. But I think this is going to be Rory McMillan who will take this morning. Blair McCarroll's under threat, I think, by the 2 boys, Samuel and Ollie. But he will just hold it, the South Ayrshire boy there. And I think Samuel Ruff just touched out Ollie Jeffords. There's the board confirming that. Rory McMillan 1. Blair McCarroll 2nd, Samuel Ruff 3rd, and Ollie Jeffords just touched out there at the end. So we'll look for the results to be confirmed. Confirmation of the boys' 400 IM results. 12-year-old boys, only one winner there. Luke Todd for the gold medal in from Grangemouth. 13-year-old boys, first place, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. Lewis Bray, Inverclyde 2nd. Murray Johnson, Wren 96 3rd. And the 14-year-old boys, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen, Ewan Nielsen.
Okay, just to finish those results for event 301, the 14-year-olds. That was Finlay Bennett, first from Rutherglen, second was Ewan Nelson, Cumbernauld, and third was Cole Murphy from City of Glasgow. And back into the pool for heat 2. We have a full house here, so lane 0, Scott Watson from East Kilbride. Lane 1, Jack Kelvingham from Wren 96. Lane 2, Andrew Patterson from Glasgow City. Lane 3, Ever Dalton from Wren 96. Lane 4, Callum Sturck from Bells Hill. Lane 5, Scott Brodie from Inverclyde. Lane 6, Blaine Herdman from Inverclyde. Lane 7, Leighton Bonifer again from Inverclyde. And lane 8, Sam Curry from North Ayrshire. And lane 9, Harrison McMillan from Stirling Swim. So out in the lead just there, turning first was Callum Sturnock in lane 4 from Bells Hill. We had a great event back last weekend at Bells Hill, so thank you all again for hosting that. And very close for second here, I think just beside him, Just touching there is going to be Scott Brodie and then again Blake Herdman, but these boys are going to have a good battle in. In fact, everybody coming through for that last 100, 100. So this is the third 50. I'm not sure if Callum is going to be able to keep his lead here. Looks like in lane 6, Blake Herdman might just be edging up to get the last turn here as he goes into his last 50. First time I'm actually using the board here to see who's going to turn first. Yep, I do think that we have Blake Herdman just managing to edge into the first place there in that turn with Scott Brodie just beside him. And these are both Inverclyde boys managing to push Callum Stroke from Bears Hill. But just coming into the last 25 metres, it's Callum that's going to be pushing ahead with his colleague beside him, Scott Brodie and Blake Herdman. So just coming in here, which Inverclyde boy is going to get it? Oh, wow, you can tell, I think that was Blake that just got there on the touch. He did indeed. The importance of the touch there. Blake just stole that away from his teammate Scott, who got second. And then Callum Stroke, who had a great race, but just fell back to third place in the very end in the 2:29. So that was Blake, 2:23.85. Scott Brodie from Inverclyde as well, 2:23.94. And third was Callum, just beside him there, as a 2:29.47. And that is confirmed now as your 1, 2 and 3 position.
And we move on to Heat 3, empty lane 0. 1, Jasper Broom, South Ayrshire. 2, Dean Binney, North Ayrshire. 3, Riley Griffin, Adrian Monklands. 4, Clark Malkin Gill, Inverclyde. 5, Steppens Nasiuk, Stranraer Stingrays. 6, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. 7, Ryan Crabby, Ren 96. 8, Lachlan Hannay, Dumfries. And 9, Kyle Saunderson, North Ayrshire. Keep losing the screen. So it's Cole Murphy at the 50-metre mark, leading the field, 31.39. Riley Griffin, 31.49. Steppens in the third, 31.71. Turning at the same time there as lane 4, Clark Malkin Gill. But as the boys come down to the halfway mark, it is lane 3, Riley Griffin, who is leading the field. And alongside him, Clark Malcolm Gill. It's just gaining, and they're going to turn together, these two boys. Do the 1:08, 1:07. Not looking at those times. But coming out of the turn there, the City of Glasgow boy, Cole Murphy. He's got himself up in the front of the field, I think. Looks like he's certainly beginning to certainly catching the two boys over on the other side. 3 and 4. All turning together, those three boys there at the 150 mark. So it's who's got what left in the tank as they come down for the final 50. And it is lane 4, Clark Malkin Gill, who is leading the field and has the advantage. I think this is his to win now. There's a battle possibly going on for second, but alongside Clark, Riley Griffin, he has the advantage over the City of Glasgow, Cole Murphy. At the moment, I think that's going to be your 1, 2 and 3. So whether Cole can, it's all going to come down to the touch for second place there. Oh, Cole just snatched that ahead of Riley Griffin. So you're finishing there. Clark Malkin Gill first. Cole Murphy second. And Riley Griffin third. Again, just shows all Very important, the touch at the end of any race. Going to still continue to give it your all right to the very end, and it can be to your advantage. There are the results. Clark Malkin-Gill, Cole Murphy and Riley Griffin, 1, 2 and 3.
Okay, heat 4, we have in lane 0, Joseph Winsey from Stranraer. Lane 1, Aaron Russell from Bellshill. Lane 2, Callum Forsyth, South Ayrshire. Lane 3, Ali Hattab, Dumfries. Lane 4, Finlay Hiddleston, Dumfries. No swimmer in lane 5. Lane 6, Hamish Maxwell, South Ayrshire. Lane 7, Ewan Nelson, Cumbernauld. Lane 8, Angus Woods from Kintyre. And lane 9, Cooper Sloth from North Ayrshire. All boys here 14 apart from lane 8, Angus Woods, who is a 13-year-old. And just turning there is Finlay Hiddleston, just ahead of Hamish Maxwell and Ali Hattab. But coming up for the first 100 split, looks like in lane 3 we've got Ali Hattab just starting to edge very slightly across from Finlay Hiddleston, but Finlay and Ali doing very well here, pushing one another. Both from Dumfries, and know one another how they swim. And just on that turn there, although there was a touch there from Ali Hattab, but Finlay Hiddleston got a better turn. But all boys here doing very well and keeping up with one another. So just a sprint there in that last 50. Ali Hattab was the only person that was under 30, or was on a 35, everybody else 36 and 37s. Let's see how they compare. I'm just turning here. I think you have Ali just going to be turning first. No, sorry, Finlay Hiddleston was then turning first just against Ali Hattab, so he's managed to keep his slight lead. Splits there coming in 37-38, so Hamish Maxwell there in lane 6 though has done a better split than everybody else, so 37, but no coming down. So that last one is in lane 4. It's going to be Finlay Hiddleston, who's going to be beating his colleague or his teammate Ali Hobson in lane 3. And then for third, it's going to be a second or third, but that is Finlay getting his first. Oh, just there in terms of Hamish Maxwell, that was that increased speed in that third lane, or third length, with a second with a 2:23.04, and then third was a 2:23.31 from Ali Hattab. Just get that confirmed. Yep, that was your first. Finlay Hiddleston, 2:19.68. Second, Hamish Maxwell, 2:23.04, and third, just Ali Hattab, 2:23.31.
And we move on to the final heat of event 303. This is heat 5. Lane 0, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. 1, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 2, Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow. His teammate Nikolai Sisnick goes in lane 3. 4, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. 5, Fraser Gemmell, Grangemouth. 6, Carl Mossman, City of Glasgow. His teammate Aaron Machin in lane 7. 8, Cameron McMillan, Renfrew Bath. And 9, Kyle Connolly, City of Glasgow. And it is the City of Glasgow swimmer Daniel Hendry after the first 50, leading the field. Time there of 30:24. Nikolai Sisnick, Lachlan Small in just second. But Kyle Harper in lane 0 also swimming well. And he has the advantage now as the boys come up to the halfway mark. He's really storming down that outside lane there. And he's going to turn first with a good body length ahead of the boys in behind him. After that turn, it is Kyle Harper, Lachlan Small in second, the two City of Glasgow boys, Daniel Hendry and Nikolai Cisnet in the middle. But we also need to keep an eye, I think, on Kyle Connolly in lane 9, also swimming well there. So this isn't all over yet. Lachlan Small is pulling away from the field, however, I think from the angle at which I'm looking at. And it is possibly all going to be about second and third places here, as the two Kyles in the outer lanes, lane 0 and lane 9, continue to swim well. But it was Lachlan Small turned first there, Kyle Harper second, Daniel Henry third. But Daniel is definitely being challenged for third place there by his teammate Nikolai Cisnet. Kyle Harper, the South Ayrshire swimmer, over there in lane 0, I think is going to retain second as Lachlan Small comes in to finish his race this morning. Oh, Nikolai Cisnet really motoring there, but I think the South Ayrshire boy is going to hold that. Indeed he does. So Lachlan Small 2:10.74, Kyle Harper 2:15.92, and Kyle Mossman touched out his teammate, touched out Nikolai Cisnet there. Kyle Mossman's time 2:16.17. And we now move on to the girls. Couple of results here. The girls 12-year-old IM, one winner, Sarah McGuffey, the gold medal, Kilmarnock. 13-year-old Amber Hinton Dumfries, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde 1, 2 and 3. 14-year-olds Evie Mackey, Lanark, Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow.
Just finishing up on that result, the 14-year-olds for the 400 IM, that was first Evie Mackey from Lanark, second Abigail Crawford from City of Glasgow, and third Cara White from Ren 96. Move on to Heat 2. In the pool, we have in lane 0 on the 200s, Hannah McCraig from South Ayrshire, lane 1, Sophie Stark from Mulgine Bearsden, lane 2. So that's lane 2, no swimmer, lane 3, Abby McMillan, City of Glasgow, lane 4, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow, lane 5, Niamh Brooks from East Kilbride, lane 6. Sorry, I've been reading out the wrong list, I'm just going to start that again. Lane 0, Lula Milne from City of Glasgow, lane 1, Grace Blair from Falkirk, no swimmer, lane 2, lane 3, Grace Haddle, South Ayrshire, lane 4, Iona Hitson from Mulgine Bearsden, lane 5, Charlotte Craig from Ren 96, lane 6, Rebecca Malik from Bells Hill, lane 7, Eva Steele from Falkirk, lane 6, Sarah McGuffey from Kilmarnock, and lane 9, no swimmer. So just as they go in for their 100, we have Charlotte Craig in first place in lane 5. Everybody then bunching up for the second place. I think we have between Mulgine Bearsden swimmer there, Iona Hickson, just beside her Grace Haddle from South Ayrshire, looking as though they're fighting there for their second and third, but not to forget Rebecca Malik from Bells Hill and Eva Steele in lane 6 and 7. So just turning though is in lane 5 there, Charlotte Craig. And just beside then, for second, there was Grace Haddle, who has pushed ahead of Iona Hickson in Mulgine Bearsden for third position. So as they're coming down to the last 25 metres, we have a nice sprint coming on in here between Grace Haddle and Charlotte Craig. I think Grace Haddle has just got a little bit more in the tank and is pushing forward. No, I just fighting back there, Charlotte Craig. Charlotte Craig's going to get first from Ren 96, and then Grace Haddle and Iona Hickson getting a third place there with a 2:37.
And this is Sarah just coming in, our 12-year-old, who has just come out of winning the 12-year-old 400 IM. So great effort there with another 200 IM. Well done, Sarah. And just getting that confirmed, that is first Charlotte Craig, 2:31, second Grace Haddle, 2:32, Iona Hickson in third with a 2:37 dead.
And heat 2, lane 0, Hannah McCaig, South Ayrshire. 1, Sophie Stark, Milngine Bearsden. Lanes 2, 3 and 4, all City of Glasgow. Sophie Brown, Abby McMillan, Eva Gordon. Lane 5, Neve Brooks, East Kilbride. 6, Lucy McLaughlin, Inverclyde. 7, Emily Hickey, East Kilbride. 8, Kate Stewart, North Ayrshire, alongside her teammate in lane 9, Emily Maguire. So as we come up to the first 50, it's lane 6, I think. No, lane 4, I beg your pardon. Eva Gordon turned first there, just ahead of Lucy McLaughlin, and Neve Brooks in the middle of them. Well, you're 1, 2 and 3 after the first 50. So the girls here are all 13 and 14, except for the swimmer in lane 4, Eva Gordon. She's just 12 years of age. But it is Lucy McLaughlin, the Inverclyde swimmer, who at the halfway mark is leading the field, turning there at 1:12.21, 1:12.81 for our youngest swimmer, Eva Gordon. And Hannah McCaig over in lane 0, also swimming well, turning there 1:13.73. Good to see the encouragement from their teammates on the pool side. As these girls, many of them will be doing this distance for the first time at long course. But it is still the Inverclyde swimmer, Lucy McLaughlin, who is leading the field as she goes into the final turn there. Oh, but Eva Gordon, she's very much got herself up alongside Lucy McLaughlin there. And it looks like she's beginning to edge ahead. So there's a battle on between these two girls for first place. It's got Eva Gordon, Lucy McLaughlin. Looks like Lucy McLaughlin just has the stronger swim there. She's going to have the stronger finish. Eva will know she's just got a few metres left to go. Over in lane 0, Hannah McCaig, need to keep an eye on her. All in the touch there. It was Eva Gordon, 2:29.91. Lucy McLaughlin, 2:29.94. And over in lane 0, Hannah McCaig in third, 2:31.08. As Emily comes in to finish her race this morning. Just wait for the official results. Results from event 303. The boys 12-year-old, 11 to 12, 200 metre freestyle. Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. Jack Kevlihan, Ren 96, and Oliver McElwraith, Cumbernauld, 1, 2 and 3.
Okay, we move on to heat 3. Lane 0, Ciara Finnison, City of Glasgow. No lane 1 swimmer. Lane 2, Carly Black, Dumfries. Lane 3, Daisy Kelly from Dumfries. Lane 4, Ella Cunningham from the City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. Lane 6, Iris Ware, Rutherglen. Lane 7, Ava Service, Dumfries. Lane 8, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow. And lane 9, Lauren Dunlop. And just touching there is Ellie Cunningham in the middle of the pool, lane 4, as first, and looking out for lane 0, we have Kira Finlayson in lane 0 out there, is also fighting ahead. And we also have in lane 8, Olivia Caldwell. So nice split throughout the pool. Sorry, just swapping mics there. So just coming down here for their first 100, we have Ava Service in lane 7. I'm not sure that's quite correct. No.
So yesterday, Wendy, at lane 7 was a bit of a gremlin for us. It didn't seem to be updating on the scoreboard, so I think that's what's happening just at the moment. It's not recording times for Ava just at the second.
Thanks for that. Thought I was seeing things. So just looking at the pool there, we have in we have the middle of the pool and lane 8 here. So we have Olivia Caldwell and Ella Cunningham just touching there for first in lane 4. And still watching Kira Finlayson over in the other side of the pool in lane 0, who's having a great swim. Ooh. So lane 0, Kieran. Fighting ahead with the Glasgow City girls. In lane 5, in lane 4, Ella Cunningham. And over in lane 8, Olivia Caldwell. So Olivia Caldwell's actually pushed ahead over here in lane 8, just finishing first with her colleague there, and Ella Cunningham in lane 4. And it was another Glasgow City, Kira Finlayson, for lane 0, giving her the 3rd position. I'm just waiting to get those confirmed. And while we're doing that, I've got the boys 13-year-old 200. First was Nicola Cisnek from Glasgow City, and Aaron Macon from Glasgow City was 2nd, and Blake Herdman was 3rd from Inverclyde. And that was, in this event, Olivia Caldwell first.
So heat 4, lane 0, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. 1, Cara White, Ren 96. Empty lane 2, 3, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. 4, Ailey Melrose, Inverclyde. 5, Daisy Gilday, City of Glasgow, alongside her teammate Caitlin Morton in lane 6. Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 8, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. And 9, Amy Dobson, Kingston. And the girls turn there, and it's Ailey Melrose in lane 4 turning first, Daisy Gildea in 2nd, and Casey Dixon in 3rd. But there really isn't much between the girls, but 4 of them as they're coming down to the halfway mark. Lane 6, Caitlin Morton has got herself alongside Casey Dixon, Ailey Melrose and Daisy Gildea. So who's going to turn first? Let's watch. I think it's going to be Caitlin Morton. Indeed she does. Touch turns first there. Ailey Melrose 2nd. Daisy Gildea 3rd. And Casey Dixon 4th. But there's still 2 lengths to go here. But the City of Glasgow swimmer Caitlin Morton swimming well there. Coming out of the turn, she has the advantage over the field. Swimming well in lane 8, Olivia Russell. Not too far off of that pack there, following behind the leader, Caitlin Morton, as Caitlin goes into the final turn with an advantage over the field. Turning there 1:46.40. She's got 2-second advantage at the turn there. So if she can keep this going, then the battle is going to be on for the places behind her, 2nd and 3rd. At the moment, it looks to me like it is Ailey Melrose. Ailey Melrose, the Inverclyde swimmer, just has the advantage, but coming up on her shoulders are Casey Dixon and Daisy Gildea. So she needs to hold them in these closing stages, but it is Caitlin Morton. This is her race this morning as she comes in to finish. And it looks to me like Ailey Melrose will hold off the girls in the battle for all on the touches for third place there. And it was the City of Glasgow swimmer Daisy Gildea touching third, just touching out Casey Dixon there. Caitlin Morton's finishing time 2:23.65. Ailey Melrose 2:27.62 and Daisy Gildea 2:28.28, I beg your pardon. Just look for that to be confirmed there as the screen clears itself. There we go, that's the official result. Caitlin Morton, Ailey Melrose, Daisy Gildea. And we move on to Heat 5.
Okay, final heat. We have in lane 0, Ava Ross from Glasgow City. Lane 1, Anna Campbell from City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Daisy McInnes from City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Amber Hinton from Dumfries. Lane 4, Molly Irvie-Watson from Dumfries. Lane 5, Gina Wren from City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Chloe Kirk from Mulgai and Bearsden. Lane 7, Imogen Barrett from Wren 96. Lane 8, Emma Binning from North Ayrshire. And no swimmer in lane 9. So as we come into the first 50, we have Gina Wren taking a bit of a lead over Molly Irvie-Watson for your first position, and then in your third we're looking at Anna Campbell in lane 1. So all these girls are coming in 14-year-olds apart from Amber Hinton in lane 3, who's a 13-year-old swimming up against them. All doing well, a number of Glasgow City girls all understanding how to pace one another here. But Gina Wren is still holding on to that first position as she turns into the first 100 with a 100 time there of a 106. Just beside her is Molly Irvie-Watson with a 107. And third there was equal, dead heat between Anna Campbell and Ava Ross in lane 0 and lane 1. Gina now starting to strengthen her lead out there as she goes into, or comes into her third length. Third 50, so just coming up for the 150 mark. But pushing her well is Molly Irvie-Watson in lane 4. And just as they're turning there, just get that confirmed, that's Gina Wren, then Molly Irvie-Watson. So 142, 143. Molly Irvie-Watson, though, is the only girl there that increased the pace. So she got a 35.31, and third was just beside her was Amber Hilton. So I'd keep an eye out for Molly Irvie-Watson pushing Gina Wren here. She's obviously picked things up. Definitely between Molly and Gina Wren in the centre, and Ava Ross over in lane 0. Also looking at Amber Hinton here in lane 3, but touching there was just Gina Wren. And second there was Molly Irvie-Watson. And third was Amber Hinton. That was our 13-year-old here as well with a good sprint to the end there. So that was first Gina Wren with a 2:18.57. Second was Molly Irvie-Watson, 2:21.07. And third there was Amber Hinton with a 2:23.21. That is your 1, 2 and 3 for the final heat of the 200 girls freestyle.
Just to finish off some results, event 303, the boys 14-year-old 200 metre freestyle. Lachlan Small first from Stirling Swim. Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire second. Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow third. So we move on to event 305. This is the boys 11 to 14 100 metre butterfly. We have 4 heats of this morning. 2 lengths of the pool for all of the boys. This is heat 1, lane 2, Rory Stevenson, Falkirk Otter. 3, Scott Watson, East Kilbride. 4, Tyler Morris, Stirling Swim. 5, Lewis Watson, East Kilbride. 6, Ollie Jeffords, Wren 96. And 7, Kieran Naismith, Bells Hill. And as we come into the turn at the halfway mark, it's lane 4, Tyler Morris. the 13-year-old from Stirling Swim, who is leading the field. Reasonably close for the places behind him, but Rory Stevenson turned second there over in lane 2. I think he still has that advantage as we're coming into the final 25 metres of this race for the boys, with a battle going on for third place. Scott Watson, Lewis Watson, the two boys from East Kilbride there. So it is Tyler Morris who touches there first, 1:19.04. And it's now a battle for second place. I think it's going to be the East Kilbride boy in the middle of the pool there, Lewis Watson. No, Rory Stevenson, just again on the touch there, boys. Rory Stevenson second and Lewis Watson third, touched out Scott Watson. There, 1:19.04 for Tyler, 1:28.69 for Rory Stevenson. And as the board clears and confirms the results, it was 1:28.72 for Lewis Watson.
Okay, on to Heat 2 for the boys. We have no swimmer in lane 0. Lane 1, we have Oliver McCralthy from Cumbernauld. Lane 2, Lachlan Haney from Dumfries. Lane 3, Murray Johnston from Wren 96. Lane 4, Murray Callan from Larkhill. Lane 5, Harrison McMillan from Stirling Swim. Lane 6, Leighton Bonner from Inverclyde. Lane 7, Andrew Patterson from City of Glasgow. Lane 8, Brodie Leighton from Kingston. Lane 9, Jasper Broom from South Ayrshire. So just coming up for the first 50 as they turn, we've got Murray Callan just turning first there with a 35.56. Next to him in lane 6 was Leighton Bonner from Kingston. Sorry, not from Kingston, from Inverclyde. And third was Lachlan Haney. So keeping his lead in lane 5, or actually just getting the lead a little bit more in lane 5, is Harrison McMillan coming through. But also keeping an eye here in lane 9, we've got Jasper Broom also doing quite well and keeping up. Coming for the first 100. I think we have the Inverclyde swimmer just turning. We have Leighton Bonner there in lane 6, just finishing that 100, and Jasper Broom there from South Ayrshire in second place, really caught up in that last 50. And third was Murray Johnston from Wren 96 with a 1:20. Just get that confirmed. Yes, that was Leighton Bonner, Jasper Broom for second, Murray Johnston for third, and just pipped Andrew Patterson there for fourth.
So we move on to Heat 3, Lane 0, Cooper Sloss, North Ayrshire. 1, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. 2, Callum Struzek, Bells Hill Shark. 3, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. 4, Cameron McMillan, Renfrew Bath. 5, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire. 6, Hamish Maxwell, South Ayrshire. 7, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 8 and 9, Max Buchanan, Renfrew Bath. And I think it's the Western Bartonshire swimmer, Max Miller, turns first there. No, just caught a 5/100ths of a second. Cammy McMillan ahead of Max there. Hamish Maxwell in third at the turn. So it's pretty close in the centre of the pool there. I think this is where 1 and 2 is going to come from. Max looks like he's maybe just got the slight advantage, but he is definitely being challenged by Cammy McMillan and Hamish Maxwell there. And it is, Max will need to keep this going. This is all going to be down to the close at the touch here for these boys. Lewis Bray over in lane 1 also swimming well, and it's the South Ayrshire swimmer, Hamish Maxwell, that gets that 1:15.00. Cammy McMillan In second, 1:15.61, and the Western Bartonshire swimmer Max Miller, 1:15.78. I think are your 1, 2 and 3. We'll get that confirmed in just a moment. The results for event 304, the girls 11 to 12 200 metre freestyle. First place, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. Second, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. Third, Rebecca Mailing, Bells Hill.
Okay, on to the final heat of this boys 100. We have in lane 0 Scott Brodie from Inverclyde, lane 1 Kyle Mossman from City of Glasgow, lane 2 Aaron Mackin from City of Glasgow, lane 3 Fraser Gemmell from Grangemouth, lane 4 Nikolai Sidnet from City of Glasgow, lane 5 Daniel Henry from City of Glasgow, lane 6 Lachlan Small from Stirling Swim, lane 7 Adam Merrick from Cumbernauld, lane 8 Kyle Connolly from the City of Glasgow, and lane 9 Kenneth Trainer from East Kilbride. So mix of 13 and 14-year-olds in this one, and all coming in pretty close. All their entry times was between 1:09 and 1:13, but taking a good lead out there from City of Glasgow is Nikolai Sesnet in lane 5 and Daniel Henry. So sorry, that was, Nicholas Sisset in lane 4, and just beside him, I think it's Daniel Henry's going to be looking at second, but great swim there from Nikolai. And watching out for lane 7, Adam Merrick. Adam Merrick just touching there after Daniel Henry for your second and third. Very close, Lachlan Small just missing out there to fourth. And fifth, Kyle Connolly, good swim there at a 1:12 in fifth. So just getting that confirmed while we've got that. We also have the girls' 13-year-old 200 results. We have Amber Hinton as first in Dumfries, Caitlin Morton from Glasgow City for second, and Daisy Gilday from City of Glasgow for third. That was the results of the 13-year-old 200. And that's us now moving on to the girls' 100, 11 to 14 metre butterfly.
So just finish. Sorry, beg pardon there. We'll finish off the results for event 304, the girls' 14-year-old 200 metre freestyle. First place, Gina Wren, City of Glasgow. Second, Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries. And Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow, in third. So this is event 306, the girls 11 to 14, 100 metre butterfly. We have 4 heats for the girls this morning. This is heat 1, lane 2, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 3, Madison Smith, South Ayrshire. 4, Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton Bath. 5, Orlith Jeffrey, Lanark. And 6, Elsie Newstead, Adrian Monklands. Our youngest swimmer here is Emily Taylor. She's just 11 years of age from Lanark at the Lanark Club. The other girls are all 13 years of age. As they come into the halfway mark there, it's Orlith Jeffrey, 35.44. Madison Smith second, Elsie Newstead third. Orlith Jeffrey looks like she's got a pretty good lead here. She just needs to keep that going. Battle going on for definitely second. I think lane 3, Madison Smith, has got the slight advantage for second place at the moment, as Orlith Jeffrey continues to lead the field. We're coming into the closing 10 metres. I think it will be Orlith Jeffrey, followed by Madison Smith from South Ayrshire, and possibly Emily Taylor in lane 2 will get third. It will depend what Elsie Newstead can do in the closing stages. I think Elsie's just going to get that just ahead of Emily. Right, no, I'm not sure about the order there. I'll just wait for that to be confirmed. It definitely was Orlith Jeffrey in first. There we go. Orlith Jeffrey, 1:22.59.
Okay, on to Heat 2. We have in lane 0 Rebecca Mallon from Bells Hill, lane 1 Kirsten Heslop, South Ayrshire South Ayrshire Swim Club, lane 2 no swimmer, lane 3 Caitlin Morton from Glasgow City, lane 4 Abby McMillan from Glasgow City, lane 5 Eva Chan from North Ayrshire, lane 6 Caitlin Gaffney from Rutherglen, and lane 7 Honor McCarty from Inverclyde, lane 8 Ruby McInnes from North Ayrshire, and lane 9 Rose Gurley from Wren 96 as they come up for their first 50. Just touching there was Kate Gaffney in lane 6, very close to her was Evie Chan in lane 5, and then just beside her Abby McMillan. So centre of the pool action for this one, although Kirsten Heslop in lane 1 is having a good swim there. And keeping up and pushing that 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the pool. Alongside lane 6 there, Katie Gaffney. But just coming down to the last 5 metres, it's going to be really tight for second here. Looks like we've got Glasgow City just coming in first. In there. Yep, touching first there was Abby McMillan, and then second we have Kate Gaffney in lane 6, and Honor McCarty just pushing up there for lane in lane 7, got third, with Caitlin Morton fourth there with a 1:23.53. Good swim there, girls. That's it confirmed. Abby McMillan for first, Katie Gaffney 1:19.74 second, and Evie Chan third.
And this is Heat 3, lane 0, Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld, 1, Charlotte Craig, Wren 96, 2, Amy Dobson, Kingston, 3, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld, 4, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow, alongside her teammate Eva Gordon in lane 5, 6, Emily Dawson, Milngine, Bearsden, 7, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow, 8, Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries, and 9, Erin Lockery, Stranraer. The boys 11 to 12, 3:05 results. Oliver McElwraith first, Rent Cumbernauld second, Rory Stevenson Falkirk third, Kieran Naismith Bells Hill. And back to the pool, it was Anna Campbell there turning first in lane 4, 34.39, Emily Dawson, Eva Gordon were your 1, 2 and 3 at the halfway mark. And Anna Campbell continues to lead the field, I think, coming down with 25 metres to go. Lane 8 swimming well, Molly Irvin Watson. We would expect to see Molly up there. And she is certainly challenging. I'm not sure she's going to get herself into first, not if Anna can keep this going. But we'll just wait. This is going to be pretty tight here. Lane 1, Charlotte Craig also swimming well. It was Anna Campbell first, Molly Irvin Watson second, and Eva Gordon in third, just touching out Charlotte Craig. Good swim over there in lane 1 in the closing stages. Got herself in close, but it was still Eva Gordon who had the finishing strength there. So I think that's your 1, 2 and 3. Anna Campbell, 1:17.74. Molly Irvin Watson, 1:18.15. And Eva Gordon, 1:18.36.
Okay, last heat. We have lane 0, Imogen Barnett, Barrett from Ren 96. Lane 1, Ailey Melrose, Inverclyde. Lane 2, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. Lane 3, Amy Rowell, Glasgow City. Lane 4, Evie Mackey, Lanark. Lane 5, Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Cara White, Ren 96. Lane 7, Ciara Finnison, Glasgow City. Lane 8, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. And lane 9, Abigail Mackay from Inverclyde. Just touching there. We have Evie Mackey just touching ahead of Abigail Crawford, 31.24 against a 32.92, so not much in it. However, Evie Mackey is now pulling ahead after the impressive 400 IM this morning. She showed us that her fly was just as strong as all the other strokes that she does, so I would expect her to be swimming really well just now. And here comes Carla White. Cara White is coming up against Amy Rowell. Amy Rowell, Cara just coming in through. I think if she can keep going, she's going to get second. Yeah, she touches her second. And then Abigail Crawford got third with Amy Rowell just to the next side of 4. Great swim there for all 4 girls, challenging one another. We'll just get that confirmed. That was first Evie Mackey, 109.65, 2 Cara White, 112.73, and third was Abigail Crawford, 113.54, just pipping Amy Rowell.
So as we move on, before we move on to event 307, 305 boys 13-year-old 100 metre butterfly, Nikolai Cisnet, Aaron Machin, both City of Glasgow 1 and 2, Lewis Bray from Inverclyde in third. The 14-year-old boys, Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow first, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld second, and Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim in third place. So event 307, this is the 50 metre freestyle for the boys 11 to 14. We have 6 heats this morning. So this is heat 1, lane 3. Kieran Naismith, Bells Hill Sharks. 4, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. And 5, Daniel Latham, Cumbernauld. Boys all 12 years of age entering this event this morning. And it looks like it's Samuel Ruff in the centre of the 3 boys that has the slight advantage as they're coming up to the finish. I think it will be Samuel touching first, Daniel Latham second, Kieran Naismith third, and that indeed is the finishing order there on the screen for me. Just look for the confirmation there of the result. There we go. Samuel Ruff 34.30, Daniel Latham 34.64.
Heat 2, in lane 0 we have Oliver Macareth, lane 1 Jack Kelvingham, lane 2 Ollie Jeffords, lane 3 Connor McNaught, lane 4 Harrison McMillan, lane 5 Rory McMillan, lane 6 Rory Stevenson, lane 7 Jack Hignett, and lane 8 we have Zach Neeson. And just coming up to the end here, we have, it looks like, in just touching there in lane 7, we have Jack Hignett just coming through, I think. Oh, no, it was over in Connor McNaught, who touched there for lane 3 for first. Then second, Jack Hignett over in lane 7, 33.46. And third was in the middle, just get that confirmed, was Harrison McMillan for your 1, 2, and 3.
And heat 3, lane 0, Max Corcoran, Max Buchanan, Sam Curry, Nicholas Cent, Jay McKinnon, Lewis Ryder, Blair McCarroll, Reese McMillan, empty lane 8, and Zachary Dormer. 12, 13 and 14-year-olds in the go in this heat. Challenging to see who's got the lead at the moment, but I think it probably is lane 5. Lewis Ryder just got the advantage. The Western Bartonshire swimmer Jay McKinnon also swimming well there. That was very tight at the end, but it was Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire first, Lewis Ryder second, and Sam Curry over there in lane 2 in third place. Times for the boys: 31.74 for Jay, 32.04 for Lewis, and 32.10 for Sam.
Okay, heat 4, lane 0, Avon Dalton, lane 2, Cameron Mothер, lane 1, Cameron Mother, lane 2, Brandon Wan, lane 3, Murray Callan, lane 4, Lachlan Hannay, lane 5, Theo Stacker, lane 6, Aidan Fraser, lane 7, Joshua Cummins, lane 8, Joe Crawford, and lane 9, Gerard Gunter. And just coming through, we have lane 5, Thea Strachan. Just coming up, I think he's going to edge in for first, with second. Oh, it was Karen Mather in lane 1 getting first, and then second was Theo in lane 5, and third was Murray Cannon in third. Just a little bit trickier to see up at the top end from here. All very close. Just get that confirmed. And while we're waiting for that to get confirmed, I could get the girls 11 to 12 100. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Yep, I can get the girls 11 to 12 100 butterfly. First was Eva Gordon, second was Charlotte Craig, and third was Rebecca Malling. I think we just wait for this one, that heat to get confirmed for first, second, and third. It's looking like it was. Yeah. Okay, and on to the results for the 13-year-olds there for the 100 butterfly. We've got Amy Rowell in first, second was Amber Hinton, and third was Evie Chan from North Ayrshire. And on to the 14-year-old girls. Evie Mackey was first from Lanark, Cara White was second, and Abigail Crawford was third from City of Glasgow. Okay. And here come the results to get that confirmed. It was Cameron Mather is first, Theo Streaker is second, and Murray as third.
So heat 5, lane 0 through to 9, Ryan Crabby, Brodie Lydon, Cole Murphy, Ali Hattab, Tyler Morris, Clark Welkin Gill, George Zimnowski, Callum Struzek, Jasper Broom, and Stepans Nastyuks. Oh, very tight in the middle of the pool there, I think. Looking at that. Lane 5, I think. Callum Malkin Gill, I think is going to get that. No, he was touched out there by Tyler Morris, 28.94. George Zibnowski second, and Clark Malkin-Gill in third. So the action there very much in the centre of the pool. Times there 28.94, 29.23 and 29.34 respectively for the three boys.
Okay, final heat of the boys. Kyle Sanderson Angus Woods, Finlay Hiddleston, Callum Forsyth, Nikolai Sidnett, Kyle Harper, Max Miller, Aaron Russell, Ryle Giffen and Cameron McMillan. So we have from Glasgow City, we have Nikolai Sidnett just leading, but next to him is Kyle Harper. So just before, it's either going to be Nikolai, I think, just going to get that touch. He does, and second was Kyle Harper, and third just beside him was Max Miller. That was Nikolai with a 26.77, Kyle Harper 27.15, and Max Miller 1, 2 and 3 there in the centre of the pool, 28.76. That's it confirmed. That was Nikolai, Kyle and Max as your 1, 2 and 3 for the final of the boys as we move over to the girls. And that's event 308. Okay, and this is the first of 8 heats in the girls. We have Ilsa Shand, who is our 11-year-old here, and then Imogen Siebers, Aileen Hislop, and Sophie Haining as the 4 swimmers here, 12-year-olds for the rest of them. And just coming through, we have in lane 5, Aileen Hislop, just looking at edging ahead. And just beside her was Sophie Haining in lane 6. No, it looks like Ailsa, our younger swimmer there, just getting the second with a good swim of 33.37. And third was just beside her, Imogen Siebers. And that's it confirmed. Aileen as first, Ailsa second, and Imogen as third there.
And heat 2, lane 0, Heidi Addison, Ellie Mayer, Kari Broadley, Sian Raymond, Hannah Jameson, empty lane 5, Megan Ferris, Rebecca Mallin, Casey Crisp and Amy Rimmer. That's the Cumbernauld swimmer Megan Ferris, I think, who's got the early lead there in lane 6. Lane 8, Casey Crisp swimming well alongside her, Amy Rimmer. Also doing well, but I think it definitely is the Cumbernauld swimmer Megan Ferris who takes first there in a time of 32.55. Sian Raymond second, 33.43, and Cara Broadley 33.65.
And heat 3, lane 0, Ailsa Newstead, Orlith Jeffries, Grace Blair, Ailey Telfer, Lily Robertson, Katie Stewart, Madison Smith, Sarah Maguire, Rebecca Walters and Isla Roussel. And coming up there, I think we have going well in lane 7, we have Sarah Maguire, but also looking at Ailsa Roussel and lane 9. Looks like it's centre of the pool though. I think just going to get touched there is Sarah Maguire. It was Sarah Maguire with a 33 dead. Second was Lily Robertson in the lane 4, 33.09. And third was Madison Smith, 32.26. And that is confirmed. Sarah, Lily and Madison for your 1, 2 and 3.
And heat 4, lanes 0 through to 9, Imogen Lavelle, Katia Wilson, Emily Taylor, Ava Steele, Beth Armitt, Sophie Stark, Lucy McLaughlin, Lauren Dunlop, Ava Service and Lula Milne. And it is lane 6, Lucy McLaughlin, who has the early lead here. As girls go down into the closing stages of this race. I think she's going to hold that lead. Second and third are going to come from possibly lane 0, lane 8. Second, or showing joint second there. So Lucy McLaughlin first, 2 joint second. The time's not being recorded for lane 7 at the moment. So these results are subject to confirmation, what happened there. But at the moment, we've got a result. Lucy McLaughlin, 30.27. Joint second on a time of 31.91. Lanes 8, Ava Service, and lane 0, Imogen Lavelle. And behind them, Beth Armitt in lane 4, 32.28. Just waiting for the board to update us with the time for Lauren Dunlop there in lane 7. There we go, that's that confirmed, 33.61 for Lauren. I don't think that will change the finish order there, but we'll wait for the confirmation of the result. And there we go, the screen's clearing and confirms the result. Lucy McLaughlin, Imogen Lavelle and Ava Service, your 1, 2 and 3.
Okay, heat 5. Ailsa Purcell, Abby McMillan, Katie Killens, Hannah McCraig, Lucy Hunter, Olivia Caldwell, Iris Ware, Emily Maguire, Emily Hickey and Grace Smith. And heading up the pool, gosh, everybody's very much in the line here. I think just in the centre, we have in lane 5, Olivia Caldwell and Lucy Hunter doing well. But also out in lane 9, Grace Smith looks as though she's going solidly as well. But it's going to be, yep, it was Olivia Caldwell, lane 5. And then second was Katie Gillis out in lane 2. Just getting a great touch there, Katie. And third was Iris Ware, just beside Olivia Caldwell in lane 6 with a 31.44. Just getting that confirmed. Olivia Caldwell, 30.98. Second, Katie Gillis, and with a 31.04. And Iris Ware, 31.44 is your third.
And heat 6, lane 0, Tia Reedy, Madison Leach, Rebecca Marsh, Olivia Russell, Iona Hickson, Jessica Hill, Daisy Kelly, empty lane 7, Gracie Haddo and Lucy Taylor. Oh, lane 5 swimming well there. Jessica Hill from Bowness also doing well. Lane 1, Madison Leach from South Ayrshire. I think it's going to possibly be Madison Leach or over there, no. Oh, no, lane 5, Jessica Hill in first there, Daisy Kelly second, and Iona Hickson third. So the placings there, all in the centre of the pool, lanes 5, 6 and 4. Jessica Hill, 30.41. As the results are confirmed there, Daisy Kelly, 31.07, Iona Hickson, 31.33.
Heat 7, Ruby McInnes, Chloe Semple, Evie Chan, Ava Ross, Caitlin Morton, Emma Binney, Eva Gordon, no swimmer, lane 7, Emily Dawson and Ella Cunningham. All girls here will be trying to chase that 30. They're getting close here with 2 entry times, or 3 entry times in the middle from Asa, Caitlin and Emma, all on a 30 just now. But centre of the pool, I think, is just coming through. Oh gosh, it's going to be either Ava, Caitlin or Emma. All on the touch there. It was Ava just getting it. Sadly, she will be not under that 30 seconds, 30.43. And then Caitlin just afterwards, 30.48. And third was Eva Gordon, 30.49. Very tight swim there for the second last heat. And on to the final one.
Heat 8, final heat, empty lane 0, 1, Casey Dixon, Daisy Gilday, Daisy McInnes, Molly Irvin Watson, Gina Wren, Abigail McHenry, Kira Finlayson, Chloe Kirk and Anna Campbell. And it is lane 5, Gina Wren, who has the advantage, but she's being challenged there. Either side, Daisy McInnes, Molly Irvin Watson. Very all on the finish there, and it was Molly Irvin Watson, touch fair 28.95. Second, Gina Wren 29.44, and Abby McAnery in 29.68. Appear to be your 1, 2 and 3. Just wait for that to be confirmed for us. And that concludes the session for this morning. We are back for the warm-up at, just find my sheet here, apologies. Back for the warm-up at 10:45. Those of you joining us on live stream, the session will start again at 11:15. Thank you very much to those of you on live stream joining us, for those of you in the spectator gallery joining us, and thank you again to all our volunteers and technical officials who have supported the session this morning. So the afternoon session will start at 11:15 with the warm-up at 10:45 a.m. So from myself and Wendy Kirk, we will thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you later on this morning. I was going to say later on this afternoon there, but it's session 4 is a morning start. Thank you very much.